$22,000. That's what Nissan's about to charge for a brand new truck that is launching in 2027. This is a real body-on-frame work truck. It's called the NP300, and it's coming to America. Once you see what this thing can actually do for that money, you're going to understand why every other budget truck on the market is about to have a serious problem. Let's get into it. Let's start under the hood, because this is where it gets interesting. The base engine is a naturally aspirated 2.5-liter four-cylinder. Nothing flashy, I know. 166 horsepower, 178 pound-feet of torque. It's not going to win a drag race, but that's not the point. This is the kind of engine that just keeps running year after year without you babying it. No turbo to worry about failing on you down the road, no complicated emissions garbage waiting to break. Just straightforward internal combustion that starts every time and keeps running without drama. But if you want the real workhorse version, there's a diesel option, and honestly, this is the one I'd want. It only makes 161 horsepower, sure, but 300 pound-feet of torque? That's serious pulling power. That's the number that matters when you're dragging a loaded trailer up a hill and the gas engine next to you is struggling and stalling out. And get this, the diesel is supposedly getting around 30 miles per gallon in the city and 37 on the highway. For a truck that can actually work, those numbers are kind of insane. If you're running a fleet of these things, that kind of fuel economy adds up fast. We're talking real savings on operating costs over a year. Now, will that diesel actually make it to the US, or will Nissan swap it for a bigger gas engine instead? Honestly, nobody knows yet. It's still up in the air. Oh, and there's a manual transmission option too, for anybody out there who still likes rowing their own gears. I remember when that used to be normal. Now it feels like a novelty. And here's the part that really gets me. This isn't some rough prototype rushed out the door. It's built on Nissan's Navara platform, which has been proven for years all over the world. We're talking mining operations in Australia, construction sites across Europe, places that absolutely destroy vehicles that aren't built right. So this chassis has already been through the ringer long before it ever gets close to American roads. And that's actually a smart move on Nissan's part if you think about it. Instead of burning money reinventing the wheel and hoping a brand new design holds up, they took a platform that already works exceptionally well and just refined it for what American buyers need. That's resources going toward actually making the truck better, instead of just making it different for the sake of being different. Okay, let's talk numbers that actually matter if you're buying this thing to work, because specs on a brochure don't mean anything until you put them to use. The diesel version can tow up to 6,600 pounds. That's not toy territory, that's legit equipment trailer. Boat, small RV territory. Payload is over 2,700 pounds, which means contractors loading up tools and materials, or landscapers hauling equipment, can throw serious weight in the bed and it's not going to complain. And the bed, since this is a single cab setup, stretches out to 7.7 feet long. That's long enough to actually haul full sheets of lumber or pipe without having to drop the tailgate and pray, or spend way more money stepping up to a full-size truck just to get that kind of bed space. Basically, whether you're a weekend warrior or doing this for a living every day, this truck covers most of what people actually buy trucks for, without needing the financial commitment a bigger truck demands. Speaking of the cab, let's talk about what you're sitting in, because Nissan clearly made some smart choices here. Walk into most dealerships right now and every truck's trying to be a crew cab with leather, ambient lighting, some premium sound system blasting through a dozen speakers. Looks nice, sure, but that stuff adds thousands to the price for things that don't help you get a single job done. The NP300 skips all that. It's a single cab built for contractors who need max bed length, farmers hauling equipment, fleet operators who just care about function. Inside, everything is simple. Materials that can handle mud, tools, whatever you throw at them. Think muddy boots and dirty gloves, not pressed suits. The gauge cluster just gives you what you need. Fuel, temperature, oil pressure. No giant touchscreen that's going to cost you a fortune to fix when it inevitably glitches out in a few years. Storage is smart too. Door pockets big enough for actual work gloves. A console that fits paperwork or a clipboard. Even cup holders placed so they're not in your way while you're working. It's built by people who clearly understand what a work truck is supposed to feel like, not just what looks good in a showroom. Now compare that to what else is out there, because this is honestly where the NP300 pulls ahead of everything. The Ford Maverick, the Hyundai Santa Cruz. Those are the trucks people point to when they think affordable. But here's the thing nobody likes to say out loud, those are built on unibody platforms. Basically car frames wearing a truck costume. They ride nice, sure, but load them down or put them through real abuse and they start showing their limits. Unibody construction just isn't built to take that kind of punishment long term. Under enough stress, those platforms actually start to flex and twist, and that creates weak points that turn into real problems down the road. A proper frame doesn't do that. It spreads the weight out evenly and just shrugs off punishment that would have a car-based platform begging for mercy. The NP300 skips all of that. It's got a real body-on-frame chassis, the same style of construction that's made trucks legendary for decades. When you're hauling a couple tons of gravel or pulling a trailer up a steep grade, that frame is the difference between feeling confident and feeling like everything's about to give out underneath you. It's just a stronger foundation, period. And it's not only the frame either. Nissan put real heavy-duty suspension parts and solid drivetrain components into this thing, instead of dumping that budget into gadgets nobody needs. Function over flash, basically. As for when we'll actually see this thing here in the States, production is already happening in Mexico right now, and honestly that's a good sign. It means the manufacturing side is already sorted out, the supply chain's working, quality control is dialed in. No first-year hiccups to deal with, no waiting around for parts that haven't been figured out yet. But if Nissan wants to keep the price where they want it, they're probably going to need to build some of these here in the US too, just to avoid tariff headaches. Right now, the word is we should see this land in the American market sometime within the next year. Alright, so now for the number you've been waiting for. Nissan's targeting a starting price of around $22,000 for this thing. Let that sink in for a second. Right now, if you want anything close to real truck capability, you're looking at $40,000 or more from most manufacturers. That's not an exaggeration, trust me. Go check prices yourself. That $22,000 target is less than what you'd pay for a lot of well-equipped compact cars, and it's thousands under the starting price of trucks that call themselves compact right now. So Nissan's showing up with something in this price range while other brands keep piling on luxury junk nobody asked for. That's a pretty big statement. And honestly, for fleet operators and small businesses who've basically been priced out of buying new trucks the last few years, this could actually change the math. Imagine equipping a whole work crew with real trucks instead of stretching a budget to buy two. And look, while every other manufacturer keeps chasing bigger profit margins by loading trucks up with luxury features nobody working actually needs, Nissan's betting on something different here, that there's real demand out there for a truck that just does the job without the markup. Now here's where things get really interesting, because Nissan isn't the only automaker chasing the affordable truck idea right now. Ford's got their own answer, the Fathom, and honestly it's worth putting these two side by side for a second. The Fathom is Ford's new electric pickup, and it starts at $28,350, which comes out to almost $30,000 once you tack on the destination fee. So right off the bat, we're talking about a truck that's $6,000–$7,000 more than what Nissan's targeting with the NP300, and that's before you even get into what each one is actually built to do. Here's the biggest difference, and it kind of ties right back into everything we talked about earlier. The Fathom doesn't ride on a real frame. It's built on Ford's brand new Universal EV platform, which uses these massive aluminum castings with the battery pack built directly into the structure. Clever engineering, sure, but it's not body on frame. So if you remember what we said earlier about unibody trucks flexing under real work, well, this is basically that same conversation again, just with an electric motor instead of a 4-cylinder under it. And the numbers kind of back that up too. The Fathom's bed only comes in at 5.5 feet, compared to 7.7 feet on the NP300. That's a 2-foot difference, and that matters a lot once you're actually hauling materials. As for towing and payload, Ford hasn't even put out those numbers yet. They're still listed as TBD. Meanwhile, the NP300's numbers are already out there. 6,600 pounds towing, over 2,700 pounds payload. Range is another question mark. Early word is the base Fathom lands somewhere under 300 miles, and that's without anything hooked up to it, since towing always eats into range hard on an EV. Compare that to the NP300 diesel pulling close to 37 miles per gallon on the highway, and you can basically work a full day and just top off at any gas station. No charging stops, no range anxiety. Now to be fair, the Fathom's not really trying to be a stripped-down work truck. It seats 5, it's got more interior room than a RAV4. There's a frunk up front, a big touchscreen, hands-free driving with Blue Cruise. It can even power your tools or your house during a blackout. It's clearly built for somebody who wants a truck for everyday life, not necessarily somebody running a job site every single day. And you probably won't even be able to order one until early 2027, with deliveries not showing up until fall of that year. Which means the NP300 could genuinely beat it to market by close to a year. So really it comes down to what you actually need it for. Want something affordable that just works? Real towing numbers? A real frame underneath? No charging stops? The NP300's looking like the stronger pick. Want more of a tech-loaded daily driver that happens to have a bed on the back? The Fathom's clearly aiming at that crowd instead. So yeah, that's the NP300, a truck that actually does truck stuff at a price that doesn't require a second job just to afford the payments. If Nissan pulls this off, it could honestly shake up the entire budget truck market. And hey, if you think this is wild, Nissan isn't even the only one thinking this way. Chevy's apparently got something in the works too. A $18,000 pickup that could completely change how we think about entry-level trucks. I'll drop that video right up here. Go check it out next.